Hey guys, I'm DC and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary where all soap lovers are what? Welcome, guys. Guys, this is my Days of Our Lives week in review. Not today, Satan. I love it when Julie said that because, that's something we hear all the time in pop culture and we've heard people say through the years and, in speech and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of cool to hear that. It was cool to hear that. I haven't done a Days review in so long since my channel roughly went missing. But we back now. Days has been complete unpredictable in a good way. Days and GH, they don't get the credit they deserve, guys. They really just don't. And I know I say this all the time. This is why you hear me talk about Days and GH. I'm always so happy the show is so great. Because GH, honestly, General Hospital has been the best show since 2012, since Frank Valentini took over. A lot of people want to disagree with me on that. That's cool, though. That's cool, though. Since Frank Valentini took over, you can't tell me the show hasn't been a different direction. Just the Bob Guzza days. I remember the Bob Guzza days where it was literally just only Sonny, Carly, and Jason, the mob stuff, 24/7. Tell me y'all don't remember that, the Bob Guzza days. Those are some rough days now. Those are some rough days. But I am a survivor of the Bob Guzza days, everybody else. Who else survived the Bob Guzza days? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you survived the Bob Guzza days when he wrote for GH. So it's a tough time. But we're in this together. We're in this together, guys. We're in this together. Anyways, Carvalhotti taking over Days. Oh my God, so much better storyline. Oh my goodness. They need to win like best writing team of the Emmys this year, man, because they really been killing it. They really have been killing it, guys. But this show has become complete unpredictable in a really good way, and I'm really impressed with Days, especially with this possession storyline. Let's get into this review, guys. It's just such a good show. It's just been so good. It's just, they brought Nick Fallon back from the dead. It's just, guys, let's just get into this, guys. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it, all right? I want to talk about Phillip. When did Phillip become so insecure, like Rich Forrester? Like, what's going on with Phillip? What's going on with Phillip, guys? Phillip Kiriakis, what's going on with him? When did he become this insecure? Because it just seems so out of character for him. Does he have a multiple personality? Is someone impersonating him? Is this like is he really like an obsessed lover of Chloe? Something's not right here. There's something missing here in the storyline. There's something missing here. And Brady is your cousin. And if Chloe is just like this, then just leave her. I feel like Phillip is at a point where he would just know to leave her. You've been through this before with Belle, so just leave her then. If she's really like that, why stick around for someone like that? Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. I want to talk about EJ. I'm glad EJ and Susan finally had a scene together because I always thought that would never happen. Because I swear those two, EJ would be on and Susan would be on. Susan would be on and EJ wouldn't be on. And it's been like this for like almost like 10 years, I feel like almost. So it's good to see them finally have a scene together because I always felt like Susan is like to me a running gag of Days because it's the same actor who plays Kristen who's also playing Susan. So I honestly felt like, will we ever see Susan and EJ in the same room together? How many guys are wondering that? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I couldn't be the only one that was wondering that for the past 10 years. Will we ever see the two in the same room together? Honestly, I wanted that for the longest time. So I got my list with me. I got my list. So I want to talk next about EJ and Nicole. He would treat Nicole like trash, just like he did Sammy. So I don't know why Nicole, she thinks she's different. The moment you do something that pisses off EJ, he's gonna throw you like trash and out the DeMare mansion. This is why I feel like if I ever married someone, we'd have to get a house together. I'm not moving to your place. So then you look at me one day, decide like ugly or something, and then kick me out. I'm not gonna put myself through that. We're gonna get a spot together with both our names on the mortgage. What's up? What's up? Both our names around that house. I'm not gonna like do like just you and move into your space. I could never feel comfortable doing that. I just couldn't. I couldn't feel comfortable doing that. I want to talk about Lonnie right now, and I tweeted this the other day too. Can Lonnie's dad be the twin of Lexi, and then making her Demira, right? So and then Celeste will be her grandmother. So like her dad's dad is Stefano, making Stefano her grandfather, and then Celeste also her grandmother, in addition to Paulina and Big Mama. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Okay, Big Mama, okay. Okay, Martin Lawrence. But can we do that? Because how cool would it be to have Celeste be Lexi's grandmother on her father's side? Come on, don't you guys miss Celeste when Celeste will go, Alexandra, somebody will die. And her predictions, y'all remember Celeste? Come on now, y'all remember Celeste now. Y'all remember Celeste? Oh my God, her predictions. I love Celeste, guys. I love me some Celeste.
On Days of Our Lives, a dangerous enemy wants to destroy the Bradys. This week, his identity uncovered.
EJ is a Demira.
And an ominous prediction.
The death card. This will be someone that you all care about.
Days of Our Lives, NBC, daytime.
But I feel like how cool that would be, because with this possession storyline, Celeste was a part of that storyline too. So imagine if Lonnie's grandmother is Celeste, right? And then this can bring Celeste back onto canvas at the same time. Like, come on, guys. And Lonnie and Demira, and we've never had a cop that was also Demira, unless I'm missing something. Has that happened before? Because I don't think we've ever had that before. So Lonnie wouldn't be at Demira Enterprises. She would be a cop, and she would still be Lonnie Price, right? But she would be a cop, and she's a Demira. That. Guys, some good storyline. Come on now, some good storyline now. Come on now. And that's her and Theo would still be related. They'd be cousins. Come on, guys. This would be a good storyline. I mean, and come on. Stefano has like at least 20 more kids to be discovered. So why can't Lonnie's dad be one of them? Honestly, why can't her dad be one of them? You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a great storyline. Bring Celeste back. Oh my God, that would be perfect. Celeste would be perfect for this possession storyline. She would be absolutely perfect for this. But let's go ahead and move on. I want to talk about Paulina and Abe now. I actually respect Abe for not taking Paulina back. I don't think he should, honestly. I really don't think he should take her back. I know eventually he will, but she's been lying too much. How do you marry a man knowing that you're the true biological mother of his daughter, and you know he's not the biological father of his daughter? You know this, but you go and marry him. And I'm like, Paulina, when did the lies stop, sis? When did the lies stop? You know what I'm saying? When did the lies stop? And then you want to bring up his dead wife, Lexi. Lexi was nothing like you, sis. She was nothing like you. Don't even put yourself in... I love Paulina, guys. I love Paulina, but Paulina, don't put yourself in the same category as Lexi now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Lexi had Celeste on her side to predict how her marriage with Abe was going to go. But Celeste probably wasn't that great of a psychic. She didn't predict that her daughter was going to die. I mean, what's the benefit of having a psychic as a mother and they can't even tell you when you're gonna die? I don't know what to say. But I feel like I do love Paulina and Abe together. I really do, but I like that Abe had self-respect. And regardless of what John said, like, no. And even if he does plan to one day take Paulina back, she needs to sit this out for a little bit. She needs a little bit of time away from Abe to really reflect on what she did. Because I always feel like in relationships, if you keep taking people back and there's no consequence for at least an extended period of time, they're not gonna learn. They need time to reflect and feel your absence. You know what I'm saying? To know that you're not guaranteed. To know that you're not always gonna be around or stick around. You have to do that in a relationship. If you don't, because here's the thing. Something my mom always told me growing up, that even if the person's got it like that with you, you never let them know.
Never.
Because what happens is if you do that, they're gonna walk all over you like the socks on their feet. You know what I mean? And you don't want that in your life. So you have to show the person. That's why when people give ultimatums, I always say be prepared to see it through. Because if you give an ultimatum, that person challenges you on that. You don't set ultimatum through. You're a joke now. Now they know that you're all talk and no all bark and no bite. And they will lose respect for you. So I appreciate Abe putting his foot down on Paulina. Because she's trying to take advantage of, oh, you know, you're a dead wife, blah, 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 blah. Stop, man. Just stop. Paulina, you got to suffer some consequences as a result of this. But Lonnie slapping Paulina was a bit harsh. I was like, dang, like, that's kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh a little bit. But Paulina needs to reflect on what she's done. She has to, guys. She has to reflect on what she's done. I don't think it should be that easy for her, honestly. I really don't. Abe was a good man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's Mayor Salem, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't keep playing games with this man. You can't. He's a good man. And you want to be trifling and marry him knowing this secret. Because here's the thing, too. I feel like after the lie about the the Horton Square, she should have been honest. She really should have been. As damaging as she should have been. Especially she was planning to marry this man. Because I honestly also believe that if you're going to go back into a relationship with someone, anything that you might have done that could affect the nature of the relationship, come out with it now. So that way you can clear the air, and that way you can go into a relationship fresh, and there's nothing behind you. And that way you're not living a lie. Because you're operating on truth, at least from your end, at the very least. and you clear yourself out. So I think that's important that she should have done that, but she chose not to. She chose to keep lying. And then now it's on her now. She's dealing with what she's dealing with now on her. And that brings me up to Gwen keeping the secret about Sarah Horton. Really, Gwen? Have you not learned nothing from the lying, man? You have not learned nothing, because who's to say that Xander is going to want to take, you know, Sarah back? Who's to say? Who's to say that he's going to want to take her back? Because I honestly think Gwen is more Xander's speed. She's not trying to change him. She accepts him for exactly how he is. But now what's she doing? Lying again. So, I mean, at this point, Gwen, you get what you deserve. I'm just kind of over Gwen at this point. She's not learning. I'm just really over her at this point. What is it that Kristen has over Ava? Did I miss something? What does she have over Ava? Is it the mayor guy getting shot or something? Like, what does she have over him? I'm trying to figure that out. I do want to say that with Marlena's possession storyline, I love how Days is an amazing show. They know how to utilize their vets, because they don't give their vets the same storylines over and over again. If you notice, Weiner and B&B, it'll be the same storyline. Victor is in some business takeover year after year after year after year, and then Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke and Ridge, year after year after year. Eric cheats and gets a new wife year after year. They don't put them in like new storylines that show the depth and the range of the actors and actresses, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they don't do that, honestly. They don't really do that for whatever reason on Weiner and B&B, at least from my opinion. But GH and Days, they do a good job utilizing their vets. They do. They do. But that's because they have to work. They're hungry. They got to stay hungry. They're not number one. When you're not number one, you got to stay hungry. Not really hungry, though. Not like Taco Bell hungry, but hungry, you know? But next off on the list is Sammy being kidnapped. Who kidnapped Sammy? Who kidnapped Sammy? I'm trying to figure this out. Who would kidnap Sammy right now? Is it a Demira? It can't be EJ. I don't think EJ even knows anything, but who could kidnap Sammy at this point? I'm really trying to figure this out. Who do you guys think it was that kidnapped Sammy? Because I'm trying to figure out I'm going through my memory banks. Like, who could it be? Like, Stefano's not around no more. Can't be Princess Gina. I really don't know. Like, I'm really at a loss for words. Who could it be that kidnapped Sammy? So this is actually keeping me on the edge of my seat. I really have no idea who could it be, honestly. Speaking of which, I see they're doing this like Christmas Peacock thing with Days. Y'all better be careful with supporting Days on this Peacock thing, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I do believe what Freddie Smith said is true. Freddie Smith is the guy who plays Sonny in Days, and he said on his podcast on YouTube that he believes Peacock is the network's way of trying to bring Days over to Peacock permanently and take it off cable television. So y'all be supporting this little Christmas stuff. I already see what they're trying to do, and I mean, it kind of makes sense a little bit because everything is being streamed on these shows. And I watch Netflix, I watch Peacock, I watch Hulu. That's how I watch General Hospital. I watch through Hulu. I don't really watch my soaps live anymore because I work during the day. But I see what they're trying to do. I don't know how I feel about it, though. I feel like, but then again, if that's the case, could they open the door to create another soap opera in this type of age on the streaming platform? Could it work? Get it? But then again, they did try to Prospect Park. It didn't work out. And they tried to revamp One Night to Live, All My Children. It didn't work out. Speaking of which, I should have covered this on the JH video, but I didn't. I do see they're trying to do an All My Children primetime spinoff. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I gotta let y'all know. They're trying to do a All My Children primetime spinoff called Pine Valley. Kelly Ripa used to play Haley Chandler on All My Children, was trying to executive produce it with her husband, Mark Consuelos. And Susan Lucci even spoke about in an interview. She said, you know what, since Agnes Nix's son is like executive producing the project, she's on board to do it, you know, when they give her the green light. So they're still trying to get it, they're trying to get everything in order. But I don't know how I feel about it, guys. I just don't know. I don't know about that, guys. But you can bring back One Life to Live. It's none of my business, though. But you can bring back One Life to Live, huh? And Ben and Sierra, I love Ben and Sierra. They really know how to write for these new couples on Days. They really do, and know how to make them interesting. So that's why I always give the writers kudos for that. Like I said, this possession storyline, it's interesting because you never know who Marlena is just going to possess next. Like, I'm like, who is she going to possess next? Who is she going to turn into next? So that's something I'm going to stay tuned for on this show, because you just never know. You just never know. And sometimes the next person that she might possess
might surprise you. Well, anyways, guys, this has been my soap review. This has been Soap Sanctuary. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one. This has been Soap Sanctuary.